Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Farming Simulator 19 here on the Welker Farms. This is Virtual Farmer Ken Bob, and we are once again working at the Welker Farms, as I stated. And today we are picking up basically where we left off the other day. It's been a couple of days ago, but I've got the 747 over there working in field 1, finishing up that contract, and then I'm pulling this plow right now, working on field 2 here, our home farm, and we're going to see if we can't get some field work done so we can get to planting. I've been doing a little bit of checking on this implement that I'm using here off camera, and I'm gonna have to say that I'm not real pleased with it. I mean, it's great and all that we have a plow this big, but I'm just not sure about it because it just doesn't like to drive in a straight line, or should I say pull in a straight line. What I'm doing right now is not certain if it's going to work, but I'm trying to line this up. Well, I probably went too far. I'm trying to line this up to see if I can't get that edge right there off of field 1. So if you go in here and look at the map, you can see that it's got a red line bordering it, and I don't like seeing that on there. So I'm just kind of picky enough that I'm going to try and see if I can get rid of that. But I'm going to see if the hired helper will do it. So if I can get the hired helper to do it, they might go in a better straight line than I could, which might eliminate some of the sliding this implement does. Oh yeah, see, it's going away. Just go up here and click on the world and you can see that red line disappearing. I'm not going to be able to get the whole edge of the field, just this northern section of the field, because the rest of it we'll have to do at some other time whenever we can get the rights to the field again. I mean, I can try to run around it, but I don't know if it'll let me without having a actual plowing contract, and I really don't think I've ever seen a plowing contract. That's not to say they're not out there. I've just never had one myself. So what we'll probably do is once I get to the end of this line, get to the edge over here, I'm going to turn the plow back up. Well, I'm going to try to go down this line and see if I can't do it with having the cultivating job. Maybe they'll allow us access to the field, because I've done lime spreading before whenever I had access for fertilizing, and it actually worked. I was able to lime it while I had a fertilizing contract open. So maybe, just maybe, with it being a tillage job, maybe plowing would be authorized. We'll find out. But always nice little ways to kind of trick the system and try to do what you need to do, especially whenever it comes to doing precision farming, since it's a whole new setup with this. Okay, we're at the end of the field now, so let's give her a turn and see what happens. I'm going to go ahead and just do a full, well, up to the wheel here. You don't have access. It's letting me do it though. Well, no, it's not. Nope, the hired helper is not letting me do it, so let me see what it'll do if I drive it myself. Still says I don't have access. Well, it was worth a try, but not gonna work. So we'll just go back home up here and get back to our job that we're working on here. I'm going to go ahead and finish up this field here, and whenever I'm done with this, we'll take another look at whatever contracts are still available and see what we can do after that. But in the meantime, I'll go ahead and get this taken care of, and we'll talk to you here shortly. I wondered if it was going to do that. I missed it by just a couple lines. Okay, what we're going to do is we'll let this go on down and finish this row here, and then have to come back and make the pass of shame. I know we're not harvesting, but I guess you could still call that a pass of shame. 1 or 2 rows missed. But once I'm done with that, I was looking at the map here, and we bought field 11. So what I'm thinking about is, since it needs to be cultivated out anyhow, I think I want to go ahead and run up there and outline it with the plow to get rid of the plow lines that are still in there. I mean, they're not everywhere, but for the most part that are in there. And if we can catch the edges of these fields as we go around them, we can't catch this one. That's too much of a separation there, but if we can catch some of these as we go around, we'll catch them as well. So we'll jump back in here. It looks like it's almost to the end. All right, as far, oh man, one little spot right there didn't get. I could never live with it knowing that that was there, because I bet it's a red mark on the map. Well, we can't see it from here. Oh, yeah, we can right there. Just barely can see that. Okay, we'll fold this up and then head on down the road. Meantime, I'll go back to what I was trying to do earlier. And there we go. Yeah, we're going to have to intervene here. That's going to become a problem if he gets all the way down to the other end of the field. If he was taking that particular line of projection and came all the way down here, he'd be in the middle of all those trees. And we don't want that. We'll probably have to come back and finish off that lower section with a second pass. But I'm going to see if putting him in down here, if he wouldn't be smart enough to figure out how to make the turnaround to keep going on down the field. See how much overlapping I can do to try to get him within the range of that other section. And you may notice there's no cars going by on this road. This is the only road, this one and that road down there in front of the market is the only roads that have traffic. And I've just decided that I don't hardly ever see traffic on the real the Welker's videos, so I don't really want to have to deal with that on this map either, because it goes way too slow on here. Anything you want to do is hampered and hindered by traffic going down the road. And if you got a big piece of equipment like this trying to make a turnaround, it could get hung up. So I just turn traffic off whenever I play this map. Maybe it's an element of reality that, you know, shouldn't be too big of a deal, but I don't know. It just doesn't seem to add anything to it for me. So I just skip it. Let's just say the benefits of having traffic on are not as great as the benefits of having it off. I'll just leave it at that. You can tell where it had just rained not too long ago. All these puddles of water on the ground. It still shows that our fields are wet. But for the most part, they've been dry enough that we can do work on them. So let's pull up here and see if we can't catch this other field. Just enough of it to get rid of that plow line. Looks like it's gonna let us do it. Yep, there it goes. Good deal. And he's still going down there, so we'll probably have to make our turn up here before we worry about that one. So I think this one's still showing as harvested as well. Yeah, so we can go ahead and plow it out also. All right, so let's go back to that other big bud and get him started back up. Looks like we're starting to get some nighttime. Okay, I want to just get this edge. Kind of like to just run it up and down right here, but I've not had much success in the past with doing that because there's too many pieces that break off. So I'm going to start it up down here, and hey, whoa, I didn't never see it do that before. Not on this implement. I wonder if having them both on here makes it do that. Having both the plow version and the cultivator version. That's going to be sad if that's the case. I mean, I don't know. I'd get rid of the plow before I'd get rid of the cultivator, though. There are other plow options out there. So, I mean, it's not that we're not going to be able to plow anymore at all. But it may take a little bit longer to do so. I mean, I could always go searching for a mod. I just kind of like to use the stuff that is more fitting to the series than to just go find something to get by with. All right, we'll let this one go for a while and see how far it gets, and then we'll come take care of him in a little bit. But for now, we need to get back over to this plow, see if it's gone on down to field 10. It has. Oh no, it turned into field 9. Wow. Oh, I tell you, it could have gone the other way and turned into the field I own. But no, it had to go the other way. Into a field it didn't even own. That right there is one of the things I don't like about splitting fields like that. And another reason why I generally do the outline of an entire field before I do it, before I let the helper go. It's just I don't think I have the precision farming shed in there yet, which is supposed to make the hired helper a little bit more precise. I don't know if we're going to be able to do this one because I won't be able to touch the field. But anyhow, even with the precision farming mod, the hut to allow it to have a little bit better on the hired helper, it still turns the wrong way every time. You can just about count on it going the wrong way and going into a field of brand new wheat or something instead of, cultivating my already picked sunflowers or whatever I've got planted next to a field. I just don't understand that. Maybe the thing is hot wired or hot programmed to always turn right. So that's probably something to it, and I just haven't figured it out yet. But like right there, it just quit instead of turning into the field that we own. I'm having a Frithgar moment here with the hired helper. And for those who aren't sure who Frithgar is, I don't know why anybody wouldn't be sure, but he's the YouTuber that kind of got me interested in doing farm sim on YouTube. I love watching his videos. He's got some good stories of whenever he was younger and worked on a farm, and then he's also quite good at sitting there arguing with the hired helpers because of their incompetence. I gotta see if we got that section right there. That's gonna bother me if I look at it later and see it's still there and it's not good. But don't want to be backing up with the tines in the ground, if that's what they're called. Now that one will leave a mark right there, so I better get back. Trying to get over here as close as I can to all this junk, but without hitting it. Now, I call it junk. I guess some people would call it scrap metal. I think that's what they call it on the Welker Farm series, is scrap metal. Or parts. Wish I could use all those pallets right there. That'd be awesome. But for now, I guess they're just eye candy. Something sweet to look at. Okay, once we make this little swing right here, I think we're about as far as we need to go on the plowing. We broke up the compaction on the edge of the field. And I just don't know that it's necessary to go and put a hired helper on that. Alright. Yeah, I think we're gonna be done with it there. We'll go ahead and take this big bud back to the farm and park it up by the garage. Made some adjustments to my steering wheel for another game I play. And ever since I did that, it seemed like it's kind of touchy on Farming Simulator now. I mean, it handles okay, so it's probably just a matter of me getting used to the handling again. It's even like that on the pedals. It used to be either wide open or off, and now I can kind of speed up and slow down gradually with these pedals now. Because the way they were set before, I don't think I had the pedals calibrated. So now I know I can stop without stopping instantly with the brakes. Like right there, I'm gradually slowing down. It used to be once I started stopping, it was just done. Well, anyhow, we'll park this up here and turn the lights off. Okay, how much is being missed on this field? Okay, yeah, just what I figured. This little section down here kind of got missed, which isn't really much. And if you get right down to it, you look at the contract, it says 79%. We might be able to get by without having to, let me go back to the map. We might get by without having to do this section down here, but only time will tell. So I'll go ahead and get this finished up, and then I will join you back here in just a little bit. Okay, we're coming back in on the end of this field here, and we still have that one section that didn't get done, but if you look at the contract, it shows completed. So we're going to go ahead and just call that good. Now, if we were doing it hardcore series or something like that, obviously we'd go ahead and finish that up. But since we're just having fun, we'll just go ahead and call that good. And speaking of calling it good, we are probably at the end of our time for the day, so we're going to go ahead and go park this tractor up, and we will catch you on the next time. But until we meet again, this is Virtual Farmer Ken Bobs, and y'all have a good day and stay safe out there.